2025 A5 Sportback vs 4 Series Gran Coupe, our verdict and which one we'd choose. Prepare to be surprised. This isn't just another luxury car comparison, it's a head-to-head battle between two titans of German engineering, where beauty meets brawn, and precision collides with personality. On one side, we have the 2025 Audi A5 Sportback, suave, sculpted, and unmistakably Audi. On the other, the 2025 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, aggressive, agile, and wrapped in a skin that screams, "Let's drive." These aren't your average commuter cars. These are rolling statements of ambition and confidence. And today, we're diving deep to help you decide which of these two automotive icons truly deserves your driveway, and more importantly, your heart. Let's get one thing straight. The Audi A5 Sportback and the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe are not just about getting from point A to point B. They're about how you feel during the journey, how the road bends under your command, how the engine hums in harmony with your instincts, and how the cabin becomes your sanctuary from the world outside. Both of these cars have been meticulously crafted to deliver a blend of performance, style, and technology that doesn't just meet expectations, it rewrites them. But even in this elite class, there can be only one winner. The 2025 Audi A5 Sportback enters the ring with its head held high. It's sleek, low-slung, and effortlessly cool. Audi's design language continues to evolve subtly but meaningfully, and the A5 Sportback wears it like a tailored suit, elegant but never overdressed. From its sculpted side panels to the sweeping roofline that gently tapers into a sporty rear hatch, the A5 doesn't need to shout to get your attention. It just stands there, calm and confident, like it already knows it's going to win you over. Step inside, and Audi's mastery of interiors becomes immediately clear. The cockpit is clean, precise, and filled with tech that feels intuitive, not intrusive. There's a digital clarity to everything, from the crisp virtual cockpit display to the seamless MMI infotainment system, that gives the A5 an edge in user experience. The materials feel premium, the layout is driver-centric, and the ambience strikes a near-perfect balance between luxury and modern minimalism. For those who value elegance in motion, the A5 sets a high bar. But don't let the polish fool you. Beneath that stylish exterior is a machine built for driving. Whether you opt for the base 201 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder or step up to the more powerful variants, the A5 Sportback delivers a composed and confident ride. It's not a brute force kind of performance, it's finesse. It's how the steering feels taut and responsive without being twitchy. It's how the quattro all-wheel drive system grips the asphalt like it's reading your mind. It's a car that makes every drive feel deliberate, yet effortless. Now turn your gaze to the 2025 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. It's impossible to ignore. The bold kidney grille may still divide opinions, but there's no denying that this car commands attention. It's bolder, more muscular, and unapologetically BMW. If the Audi A5 is your tailored suit, the 4 Series is your leather jacket. It's got attitude, and it wears it proudly. From the flared wheel arches to the fastback silhouette, every line of the 4 Series is drawn with intent to turn heads and turn corners with equal ferocity. Slide into the cockpit, and the vibe shifts. This is a driver's domain. The layout is snug but sophisticated, with BMW's iDrive interface taking center stage. The materials are top-notch, and the attention to detail is unmistakable. Everything feels just a bit more performance-oriented than the Audi. The seats hug you tighter. The steering wheel feels more alive in your hands. There's a sense of readiness, like this car is always just one twitch of the throttle away from showing you what it's made of. Performance is where the 4 Series Gran Coupe really flexes its muscles. The 255 horsepower base engine already offers spirited acceleration, but move up to the M440i with its 382 horsepower turbo inline-6, and you'll feel the full fury of BMW's performance DNA. The chassis feels dialed in, the handling razor sharp. It dances through corners, responds to your inputs with immediacy, and reminds you, every mile, that BMW still knows how to build the ultimate driving machine. The rear-wheel drive setup, with xDrive all-wheel drive optional, gives you a dynamic edge that feels alive, agile, and athletic. but as thrilling as the BMW is, it's not without compromise. The ride can be a bit firmer, especially over rough pavement. The rear seat is slightly tighter due to the coupe-like roofline. And while the infotainment system is powerful, it can feel a bit overwhelming compared to Audi's more refined interface. It's a car that demands your attention and rewards it, but it may not coddle you in quite the same way the A5 does. So which one should you choose? That depends on what kind of driver you are. If you value understated luxury, seamless tech, and confident all-weather performance, the Audi A5 Sportback is your perfect match. It's the kind of car that makes your daily commute feel like a curated experience. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and what it whispers is pure sophistication. It's easy to live with, stunning to look at, and quietly thrilling to drive. But if you crave engagement, if you want a car that challenges you, excites you, and makes every drive feel like a sprint even when you're stuck in traffic, the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe is your answer. It's the extrovert, the athlete, the rebel. It might not be as refined in every detail, but what it offers is a visceral connection that's hard to match. It speaks to the driver who sees every green light as a green flag. Our verdict? It's close, painfully close. But if we had to choose just one, we'd lean ever so slightly toward the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. Why? Because in a world of quiet conformity, it dares to be bold. It invites you to feel, to engage, to drive, not just to arrive. And sometimes, in the realm of luxury and performance, that spark of passion is what truly makes the difference. So whether you're choosing with your head or your heart, you're not going wrong either way. But choose the one that reflects who you are behind the wheel. Choose the car that makes you feel alive. That's what driving should be about. Let's take a deeper dive now. Buckle up. If you've ever stood in a showroom, gazing longingly at the sleek lines of a luxury sportback, you'll know exactly why this comparison matters. The 2025 Audi A5 Sportback and the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe don't just transport you. They transform your relationship with driving. They whisper promises of excitement, comfort, and style every time you lay eyes on them. This isn't just about two cars. It's about two distinct personalities, two philosophies in motion. In this in-depth journey, we'll break down performance, features, and real-world value, helping you figure out which car doesn't just fit your lifestyle, but enhances it. For those seeking a stylish and sporty luxury vehicle, these two models sit right at the intersection of desire and practicality. They're not traditional sedans, and they're not full-fledged coupes. Instead, they blur the lines in the best ways, offering sweeping silhouettes, roomy interiors, and just the right amount of drama. Whether you're a young professional climbing the ladder or an enthusiast who wants passion baked into every drive, the A5 Sportback and the 4 Series Gran Coupe offer something that stirs the soul while still making sense as a daily driver. Let's talk looks first. The 2025 Audi A5 Sportback is elegance on wheels. Its design is purposeful, refined, and ever so slightly understated. The front fascia is sharp and angular, with Audi's signature single-frame grille anchoring a front end that exudes quiet aggression. Flanked by piercing matrix LED headlights, the A5 looks more like a predator sizing up the road than a commuter car. Its low-slung stance and sweeping fastback roofline make it appear in motion even when parked. Every contour along the body feels like it's been considered 1,000 times. Clean, aerodynamic, and sophisticated. In contrast, the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe carries a much bolder, more controversial presence. At the heart of it all is the large kidney grille, a design choice that continues to spark debates in automotive circles. But say what you will, it gives the 4 Series an unmistakable face. It's aggressive, extroverted, and impossible to ignore. The sharper creases along the hood, the broader shoulders, and the more pronounced rear diffuser all give the car a meaner, more muscular vibe. Its frameless doors add a touch of coupe-like elegance, and the LED lighting signatures front and back add to the high-tech, high-performance feel. From the rear, the A5 Sportback continues its theme of subtle sophistication. Its taillights stretch neatly across the back, and the integrated spoiler and dual exhaust hint at athleticism without going over the top. The 4 Series, on the other hand, makes a statement at every angle. Its wide stance, bold LED taillights, and sloped rear end speak the language of performance. It's a more dramatic design, clearly aimed at those who want to turn heads and spark conversation. Ultimately, design preference here will come down to personality. The A5 is the classy dinner party guest, while the 4 Series is the one who owns the room. Now step inside. The interior is where things get even more interesting. Audi's approach with the A5 Sportback is one of quiet luxury. It's about simplicity, refinement, and seamless integration. Every surface is soft touch, every control feels solid and deliberate. The minimalist dashboard layout, wrapped in aluminum and leather, makes the cabin feel more like a modern lounge than a cockpit. The virtual cockpit display replaces traditional gauges with a fully digital, customizable screen that feels futuristic without being distracting. The seats? Firm yet plush, supportive in all the right places, and perfect for long drives or spirited weekend runs. BMW's 4 Series Gran Coupe interior plays a different tune. It's darker, tighter, and oozes performance intent. The cockpit wraps around you, with the center console slightly angled toward the driver. Classic BMW ergonomics. The materials are premium, with soft leather, brushed aluminum, and ambient lighting that makes nighttime driving a whole vibe. The latest iDrive 8 system is prominently displayed, featuring a curved digital display that merges instrument cluster and infotainment in one seamless panel. The seats in the 4 Series are bolstered more aggressively, holding you in place like a sports car should. It's not as minimal as the Audi's interior, but it's immersive and exciting. Tech-wise, the A5 Sportback brings its A-game. Audi's MMI touch system is intuitive, quick, and now features wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. The haptic feedback on the touch controls, combined with voice command functionality, gives it a futuristic edge. The Bang & Olufsen sound system, if equipped, transforms your music into an immersive experience. Driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and 360-degree cameras all come together to make the A5 a secure, serene place to be. BMW answers with its iDrive 8 system, a powerhouse of tech integration. The interface is sharper, faster, and now includes AI-based suggestions for your daily routes, climate preferences, and even favorite tunes. The optional Harman Kardon sound system delivers crisp highs and punchy bass. Safety and assistance features are cutting edge, including adaptive cruise, traffic jam assist, and automatic lane change functions. The BMW system can be overwhelming at first, especially with its touch and gesture controls, but once you get used to it, it becomes a powerful co-pilot. Now let's get to what really matters to driving enthusiasts: performance. The Audi A5 Sportback comes standard with a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 making 201 horsepower and 236 lb-ft of torque. Opt for the 45 TFSI model, and you're looking at 261 horsepower and 273 lb-ft. Power is sent to all 4 wheels via Audi's quattro all-wheel drive system, which adds confidence and stability, especially in less than ideal conditions. Acceleration is brisk, with the 45 model hitting 60 miles per hour in just around 5.4 seconds. It's not the fastest in its class, but it's fast enough to plaster a smile on your face, and it does so with poise. BMW, never one to be outdone, brings more firepower. The base 430i Gran Coupe features a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline-4 producing 255 horsepower and 295 lb-ft of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 sprint in just under 5.5 seconds. But the real star is the M440i variant, which brings a silky 3.0-liter inline-6 turbo engine producing 382 horsepower and 369 lb-ft of torque. Add the optional xDrive, and you get lightning-quick launches and tenacious grip. The M440i reaches 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds, a number that firmly plants it in the sports car category. The performance difference is clear. If you want raw, muscular speed, the 4 Series takes the crown. Handling dynamics also set the two apart. The A5 is composed and confident. It's not razor sharp, but it feels balanced and predictable. The steering is light yet accurate, and the suspension is tuned more for comfort than aggression. It glides over imperfections and makes daily commutes genuinely enjoyable. It's a car that feels effortless, ideal for those who want their luxury with a touch of sport. The 4 Series Gran Coupe, on the other hand, is more engaging. The steering is heavier, more responsive, and communicates better. The chassis feels stiffer, and with the adaptive M suspension, the car stays flat and planted through corners. It invites you to push harder, to explore the limits of grip, to become part of the machine. It's not as relaxed as the Audi, but it rewards the driver with every turn of the wheel. For those who crave connection, the 4 Series delivers it in spades. Fuel economy? The Audi A5 Sportback is the more efficient of the two. The base model returns around 26 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway. Solid numbers for a luxury vehicle with all-wheel drive. The 4 Series Gran Coupe is close behind, with the 430i delivering 25 city and 34 highway. The M440i, of course, drinks a bit more, averaging around 22 city and 29 highway. But when you're behind the wheel of that 6-cylinder rocket, fuel efficiency might just be the last thing on your mind. In terms of performance-related drawbacks, the Audi A5 might feel a bit too tame for those looking for visceral excitement. It's wonderfully competent, but it doesn't scream passion. The BMW, on the other hand, may be too stiff or too aggressive for those who prioritize daily comfort and serenity. It demands your attention and gives you a thrill, but it also asks you to live with its firmer ride and more extroverted nature. At the end of the day, both cars offer thrilling experiences, just in different ways. The A5 Sportback is about seamless luxury and refined performance. It's the car that glides through life with grace and confidence. The 4 Series Gran Coupe is for those who want to grab life by the wheel, who want every drive to be an adventure, every corner a challenge. Whether you want to arrive with class or attack the road with purpose, one of these machines is bound to fit your soul. The question is, who are you when the road opens up? Because that's the car you choose. When it comes to the final showdown between the 2025 Audi A5 Sportback and the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, the decision isn't just about horsepower figures or touchscreen sizes. It's about what kind of experience you want every time you slip behind the wheel. After taking a deep dive into their design, technology, performance, and everyday livability, it's clear that both of these German thoroughbreds bring a lot to the table, but they do it in very different ways. The Audi A5 Sportback leans into elegance with an understated, cohesive design that feels timeless. Its cabin is a model of restrained sophistication, filled with high-quality materials and wrapped in an intuitive tech experience. The digital instrument cluster, crisp infotainment interface, and thoughtful ergonomics all scream refinement. It's a car that quietly impresses, never shouting for attention but always delivering when it counts. On the other hand, the BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe is all about dynamic expression. The bold kidney grille, muscular stance, and sharp creases give it a sportier edge that's hard to ignore. Step inside, and you're met with a cockpit-like layout that puts the driver front and center. The technology is just as advanced as the Audis, but there's a more aggressive tone in the BMW's execution, from the layout to the driving feel. Speaking of driving feel, the two diverge even further. The A5 Sportback is composed and confident, with quattro all-wheel drive offering excellent grip and control in all conditions. It's a car that feels planted and secure, ideal for those who want a smooth, refined drive without sacrificing performance. It's not the most visceral machine in the segment, but it hits a sweet spot of usability and luxury. Meanwhile, the 4 Series Gran Coupe brings that traditional BMW DNA to life. Steering is sharper, throttle response more immediate, and handling more dynamic. If driving pleasure tops your priority list, the 4 Series is going to deliver a grin-inducing ride every time. Yes, it's firmer and more assertive on the road, but that's what you sign up for when you choose a BMW. When it comes to value, the conversation gets more nuanced. The Audi A5 Sportback generally comes in at a slightly more accessible price point, especially when comparably equipped. You get a beautifully built car with impressive tech, great comfort, and solid performance without necessarily having to tick every options box. The BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe tends to ask for more of your wallet up front, but it gives you a more engaging driving experience and bold styling that stands out in traffic. So, which one would we choose? If your daily life calls for quiet refinement, practicality, and effortless tech, the A5 Sportback is a phenomenal all-rounder that delivers luxury without excess. But if you live for the twisty roads, crave a more athletic edge, and want a car that feels like it's always pushing forward, the 4 Series Gran Coupe is the one that keeps your heart rate elevated in the best way possible. Ultimately, it comes down to your personality. Are you the stealthy luxury type or the sporty, expressive driver? Either way, you can't go wrong. Both are modern icons in their own right. Let us know in the comments which one you'd pick and what matters most to you, comfort or excitement.